What's up, D?
Dude, what's up, man?
Yeah,
I
I'm
just
so
joined to
sorry.
like do some troubleshooting. I was like, what's going on?
I was trying to do it through my phone. I was trying to do it through my phone, but it wouldn't work. I don't know. So, but I got it on my laptop now, so we should be.
I'm using a laptop, but dude, I've had my laptop not work and finish a podcast on my phone 2 times. So
Yeah,
it's weird.
it didn't keep it like it didn't.
It just booted me off like a couple of times and I couldn't rejoin.
Yeah,
It's weird, man. Technology.
yeah.
Yeah. Well, how you doing, dude?
Dude, I'm doing good. Honestly, I've been super busy this morning, so I'm a bit exhausted to be honest. But yeah, I'm excited to get on here with you, man. Did this
Yeah,
thing.
same. Dude, I do keep up with you, and I would say you're probably usually a pretty busy guy, man. I follow you
Yeah,
on social.
yeah. I'm better off when I'm busy though, for sure.
There's that saying about the idle hands, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Well, hey, man.
Mm.
Dude, I was like, man, I hope we get to chat because I was like, there's a bunch of cool stuff I felt like was that I wanted to talk with you about today.
Cool, man. Yeah.
Um, but man, first of all, just like, how did you get into fighting? How did you? This is like this is starting to become something that kids are like your son maybe he's like, oh, I might want to grow up and be a
Right.
fighter.
It's a popular, it's a cool thing to do now,
Yeah,
for sure. How did I get started? That was the question.
yeah.
Well, I always was kind of in sports, growing up, played football, baseball, different sports. And then about my freshman year of college, I quit playing sports. And after that, things kind of got out of hand. Like I wasn't keeping myself busy, so I was getting a lot of trouble, doing a lot of things I shouldn't be doing. And then I had to find something to put my time, and I happened to find Westside MMA. I actually typed in boxing. I was looking to just do boxing because I liked boxing first, and so I typed in boxing on Google, and Westside came up, and went and tried it in Benton. And I did kickboxing. I loved it, dude. You know Zach Thompson? He used to train.
Ooh, that sounds super
He's a
familiar.
black belt, under rolling shit, like super. He's
Yeah,
super good. But anyways,
yeah, I
like,
do. Yeah, I know who you're talking about.
dude, he's super good. But anyways, so I did kickboxing, and after that, they were like, "Hey, stay for jujitsu." All right, so they put me in this gi, and we do rounds at the end of class. And I have this 110-pound kid named Zach Thompson choke me out, make me say I give, and it was such a humbling experience. I was like, dude, I got to learn this shit. Like, this is, and so that's kind of how I found it. And that was my first day, and here we are now.
Dude, that's awesome. So like so this is a question, like I shared that we are going to be podcasting. Melissa Martinka posted, speaking of boxing, but what did you think you were going to be when you were a kid? Like,
So I wanted to be a coach, honestly, like a
Okay.
strength and conditioning coach, or maybe a football coach. Like, I really liked football coming up, and I like this strategics behind it. I like the chess game that's played, and also a coach is a great role model too. So like, I didn't have a dad, so I think, like, not consciously, I was kind of searching for that dad, thing, and coaches were able to really jump in there and play a big role for me. And I think if I'm a coach, I could do that for other kids coming up. So there's a bit of fulfillment that comes out of that.
For sure, man. It is. It's a oftentimes selfless activity, but so rewarding when you get to
So
work with
rewarding,
people.
yeah, for sure. Someone said before, if you want to make yourself feel better, do something for somebody else, and that's very true, dude. Like, it's really fulfilling. It's all. I don't know if it's saying like that. It's almost selfish, but it is. You do feel better when you help other people.
Well, yeah, I mean, that's like I'm not a big, I do not go to church or anything, but that's like a biblical tenet too, of like, like give, just give of yourself and help other people.
Right.
And it's going to come back around.
There's
Right.
something to it, I think.
Yeah. Yeah.
Maybe. I don't know.
It's our archetypal idea, perhaps. Well, okay. So when was this? Okay. You started training. You're now a black belt, right? In
No, dude,
jiu-jitsu?
I'm still a brown belt, dude.
Oh, really?
What are you? Are
Okay.
you black belt?
I've been a black belt
You run the
for
gym. You
2
run the gym
years.
up there, right?
Yeah.
So that's
Yes,
the
sir.
goal, dude. That's the goal for me, man. Even before getting into UFC, like I never really I never said like I was going to be some UFC champion. Like I never said that. I love to fight. Have to be pretty good at it. Got some kick-ass highlight reels, But the goal has always been coaching, man. I want to run my own spot too, dude.
Wow, nice.
Yeah. I told you I wanted to coach. Well, now I can coach. I can do it with and hopefully I can run a gym, dude. So I'd like to talk to you more about that. I bet I could learn a bit from you.
Yeah, well, man, too. Like, I wanted to chat about just the gym that you train out of, because, I mean, you guys obviously have something special going on. I've talked with Matt over the years, back and forth, and had guys. Man, I really that promotion y'all were doing a while back in the ring. That was great.
The
I had a bunch.
360 deal?
Yeah, dude, I missed that.
Dude, I hated it. Sorry.
You're
I
good.
hate that didn't work out, man, because
That was good.
what people don't understand, this is why they're huge, is it gives people the opportunity to build. I was able to build my career off of that. That place really helped jumpstart me. And if you don't have a promotion to do that, a lot of talent goes unseen. A lot of talent goes unseen.
For sure. Well, man, tell me a little bit about like what's it like training at Westside? Like, you guys have always produced great fighters in every discipline, right? Like all the like boxing, kickboxing. I saw that guy.
Force right now, dude.
It's do you guys have this heavyweight that's like a sick like throw master? Right?
Which one?
You gave him your UFC bag. I just saw on your social media.
Oh, Dave Grayson. Oh my gosh, dude. I tell you how I met this dude. Like, you look at Dave and like I've seen him in the gym. Dude don't train hard. Like, he's so lazy in the gym, bro. He ain't never doing nothing. And then one day, dude, no shit. We were in Dallas and we did I think it was in Naga, dude. We went up there. And I didn't really know him, but we went both from West Side,
Yeah.
And dude, he went up there, won like 3 or 4 in a row, clowning folks, throwing them, hip tossing them, foot sweeping, just clowning them, dude. Like it. But anyways, I got respect from him from that day. He went out there and put on a show, and he's a gamer. Like he's a gamer. He can perform.
I know. Yeah. Yeah, dude, he fought on an MMA card that I fought on in like 2009. But at the time, he lived in Oklahoma, right? I think he's from Oklahoma.
Yeah, I think he wrestled there. I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, you guys got a lot of talents there. Bryce is there. You're there. And anytime I was ever gonna like had a guy was gonna go against we were always like, hey, these dudes they're gonna be. It's not gonna be easy,
Dude, they are. I would. I mean, they. For a while now, I feel like
the whole time I've trained,
it's been that gym. And how crazy I lucked into that, like I didn't know who was good. Like I lucked in that I found Westside, but they have consistently done well over the years, and Matt and Rowley have really done something special there. Bryce is there now. He's a great training partner. And dude, oh man, he's going on a stupid run. But he really started at Barada with Willie and him. Willie, I think, taught him a lot of his stuff, I'm talking about Willie McLaughlin.
Yeah, dude, Willie's been on the podcast, and I have trained a ton with Willie over the years. Dude, I used to drive the Cabot all the time.
He got some crazy subs, man. Crazy subs.
He does, dude. Have you ever seen this one, the McTwister choke?
That's what I'm talking about. Daisy Jackson.
The Gator choke.
Yes. Yeah, dude.
Oh man. Yeah, that's where I first met Bryce. Bryce was like 16, and I was training. I drive to Cabot all the time. This is when I was first getting started with like my own location, and Willie would come to a lot of the camps I would go to, and I just started going to train with him because he was
like
doing
an OG,
MMA.
Yeah, he's one of the OGs. Yeah.
Yeah, and like while he was a jiu-jitsu black belt, he was always had a focus on MMA. You know, that was one thing unique. Like everyone else at the time seemed to like they were doing MMA, but it was
What
all
did they all
jujitsu.
train in? Like, what was one of the first gyms? What were they training at?
Willie,
Yeah,
I believe they all came out of Dring's gym,
I
if I'm not
thought so.
mistaken. Like that
That's
was
what I
like
thought. Yeah,
Willie, and then did you ever remember Jory Malone who just passed
yeah. He
away?
had the Bryant place, right? The
Yeah,
Revolution.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So like some of the first black belts I was ever around was Willie, Jory, Jonathan Border, this guy from Memphis,
I haven't
who's
heard of him.
the
I haven't
judo
heard of him.
guy too.
Okay.
Um,
You did
uh,
judo?
yeah, I have a black belt in judo.
Dude, I need to get better at that. It
It's
seems so dangerous to me, man. I've seen a lot of guys with messed up knees that did judo. You know, you
I
got your
broke
shoulder.
my shoulder, dude. I remember breaking my shoulder crawling off the mat, and Willie's sitting right there. He's like,
Yeah.
"You okay, man?" I'm just like, "Oh, dude,
Oh
broke my
man,
collarbone.
I
Terrible."
broke my collarbone too. Yeah, it's brutal.
Yeah,
But anyway, look, my first judo class, I go in there, and dude, we just fall for an hour, bro. Like that's all I'm doing for an hour. I'm falling, dude, and it kind of broke me. And I just didn't take to it like I did jujitsu or wrestling, you know, as much.
do you guys have Aaron Butler over there, huh?
Boy, he clowns me, son.
Dude,
Dude, he
he's so
clowns
good.
me,
He clowns
dude.
everybody, man. He's so good.
He really is, dude.
That's what I'm talking about, though. You guys, and I know, I guess Aaron, you know, he has other stuff going on, and
Yeah, he's
then
a teacher. He's a high school teacher,
well,
and it's
coaches wrestling,
part
right?
time ass whooper, you know.
Yeah. But man, you guys have just a room of killers. That's
For sure,
amazing.
man.
You know,
For
I
sure.
like that's why I was having to drive an hour and 15 minutes one way to Cabot to train with Willie and Bryce and
Yeah, man,
Rudy
you
and
have
Eli.
to. Okay, so now more than ever, Arkansas is bigger more than it's ever been. But still, we have to do more cross training, and it will only benefit from it for as a whole. You know, I'm really for cross training and think that's great. You know, I think some of the more old school guys don't like cross training. You know, but I think, man, to really get that next level, you need it. You can get different looks. You go with different people, better people. You know, so
Dude, I agree. And I like kind of reiterate on like I think what you're alluding to is that is something that is taught is like, you know, we don't go here train with these
yeah,
people. We don't do it. We only
yeah.
train with these people. Like, and it's a
You can
weird
only
thing.
benefit from it, man. You know.
Agreed. It but it is like a weird thing that is in the culture of what we
Yeah.
do, that it's like anything, like trauma or anything else. It's like you teach it to the next generation. And like I think now we're in a time where it's like there's enough articles out there, there's enough stuff like this, conversations happening where it's like, oh yeah, no, TJ's a super good dude. I would love to train with that guy. You know, it's
Yeah, for sure.
where there has been a weird
Makes it
stigma.
more possible that way too. You know, it's more accessible.
For sure. For sure. Um, well, dude, when did you first turn pro? Like, I know you had a long fighting career. You've been in the game
Yeah,
as long
you
as I
know,
can remember.
yeah. I spent a couple years out, like injured. You know, broken hands and different things. You know, but shit, I don't even know my first fight, dude. I think it's like 2011, maybe 2012. That sounds about right. We could go to Underground and look. I really cannot tell you.
Yeah, dude. Well, it would have had to been around that time.
Yeah,
I started training in '06, and
nice.
that would have been, you know, 5, 6 years in for me. And you were definitely on my radar by that time. I was seeing
Yeah,
you at tournaments, and um I remember you being it seems like I remember you being a purple belt for like a long time. Were purple belt
that's
for a long
very
time?
true. I agree. I
Yeah.
agree.
Oh man. Yeah. But I remember you competing in like AGFs and
Yeah,
stuff.
man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love jiu. I do. I think I've only lost like I've lost two, but dude, I think if I really put all my time into jujitsu, I could win like an IBJF. I think, you know, if I you know, because those are the real deal, man.
For sure.
Dude, my first experience, man, I got outsmarted. The guy was real. He used he understood the game better than I did, and he used time and maybe I would say a little bit of stalling, but he outsmarted me with the points, man. And it's a different kind of game. And I got dude, and it's but I think if I really put my all in, I could do well with it. Have you done one?
Oh, I've done several IBJJFs. I've competed in worlds and pans. Yeah, it's a weird game for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, and speaking of like, dude, Rolly, I feel like is if you're gonna have a coach to teach you to play that game, I feel like he's the guy. He's always been competitive at that level.
Coach. I've said it time and time again, but dude, he was a great fighter, and he's great at jiu-jitsu. He's won some big shit. But as good a fighter he is, he's twice as good coach. Like, dude, it's really amazing. And I'm lucky to be able to have him. You know, a lot of my successes came from his good coaching, man. Like, he's a phenomenal coach.
So, like, say you're in a training camp.
Just 1 second, dude. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Can you take him out for a second? Sorry, dude. My dog's actually.
Dude, I understand that. I got 2 dogs at home, man. And if he was here, he'd be like sticking his head up in here looking at you. So, yeah. So let's say you're going into a fight camp or something. Like, who all is working your corner, running your camp? Who are you training with? What's that look like?
So it's been Rolly. Bill does a lot of my stand-up. You know Bill Barton?
Yeah, dude. And you're like.
You do stand up too, so you should.
I do. Bill's great. Yeah,
he really is. Like that head kick knockout that I've landed. He showed me that setup, and everything. Like, dude's a wizard, man. He's a wizard for sure. But him, Rolly, Matt's always been there. He does a lot of my boxing and MMA. Matt's been there since I got started. But he does a lot of my boxing and stuff, and that's mainly who I'm working with now. And I got Bryce. Me and Bryce get rounds, so we just go. Or he comes with some drills to do. I come with some. Bryce has got a huge one coming up right now.
Yeah.
He's really the focus right now, I guess, with that Andre Philly fight coming up. I'm
excited about that for sure.
Yeah, it's a real fight, but I think it's a bad fight for Philly. Like, really, and to be honest, Bryce is a fucking problem for anybody. Like, it doesn't, like, anybody in the world, he's a problem. Like, the game, he's got something special, man. And I really would not be surprised if he won the champ in a couple years, dude. Or contending the champ, dude. That's real talk, man.
Yeah. Who are some people you'd like to see him fight after this Philly fight?
I don't even think about it, man. I don't even know who the top 10 is.
Man, a guy I believe is in that weight class is Zabit.
Dude, that dude's the truth. You don't see people like him, that tall, long frame, and still have that explosiveness like he has. And dude, the arsenal that dude has is it's really scary. It's fucking scary, dude. Like, I mean, it's next level shit.
For sure. Well, what were we talking about? I forgot. Hold on, I'm gonna switch my view here too. Okay, so you got your fight camp. Like, what's like, dude? I see you posting videos all the time. We worked one of your videos in one of my classes the other day. That you put out. It was like you were doing a jab, cross hook, reverse elbow.
Oh, the elbow combination. That's just clean.
Like that. Oh,
dude, that was in a few minutes. Like, we put it together in minutes, bro. Like,
that was cool, dude.
Dude, I can be a whiz on that stuff. Like, you like hitting pads, holding pads. Like, dude. Man, we get together, put together some good shit, man. Like, that's something I don't know. My mind just works well with that. And I love putting together combinations, defense, counters, and man, it's something I really enjoy doing.
Dude, that's going to be big for you if you get into coaching. When you get into, I see you are coaching, man. I know you've been working with guys and stuff over the last couple years.
Yeah, it's like, because reality is, like, in fighting, like, people think like they see these UFC fighters, professional fighters making all these fucking money. And I'm gonna be honest with you, dude. Like, yeah, and since being in the UFC, there is more money. It's not like what people think, man. Like, there's a reason I'm still hustling private lessons and teaching classes and things like that, because. And plus, raising a kid ain't cheap either.
Yeah. Are you a single dad? Are you raising a kid?
There's Tara. which we were together for a long time. She still helps quite a bit. His mom's not here much. She's not around much. As much as she should be. And but I wouldn't say I'm all alone. I'm not by myself. Like I'm not a single parent because I have good help. I have a good support system that helps
That's great.
me. Right.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, dude. So like that's another thing I wanted to ask you about is like, what is your? I asked a dude with a PhD in history the same question yesterday. So it's a question I like to ask to people I think are successful people. Like, dude, you're at the top of what you could be doing, right? Like, I mean, this is you're fighting the UFC.
Yeah.
That's like the top of the mountain for martial arts, right?
Right.
What kind of sacrifice did it take for you to get there, dude? What was that like personally?
Dude, I think that's a phenomenal question. I've got a pretty good answer for that. I've been asked before, like, what's your why? What keeps me so dedicated? What keeps me so consistent? What keeps me so, I guess, resilient would be a great word for it. And I'll tell you, so I didn't have a choice, bro. Like this was not a choice. Like I had to make it happen for my son, like I was just talking about, and I had to make it happen. Like I guess there may be something subconsciously that that's making me do these things I'm doing. But I didn't have a father, so it meant a lot for me to be able to be a father for my son and provide and be a good father. So for me to be able to do that, I had to. You talked about sacrifice. I had to sacrifice a lot, and that's what made that happen. That's what made that UFC dream come true. Just the why, man. What's your why? That was my why. There was no other choice, and that's why I made it, and that's how I made it.
Nice, man. Yeah. So like I remember back around the time that like these 360 fights are going on, I was talking to Matt, and like that may be when you were on like a downturn because your hand was broken or something. This is
There's been a
pre-UFC.
couple of them.
But then I turn around like two times. I mean, like a couple of years go by, but then it's like, dude, TJ's on the Contender Series,
Yeah,
TJ's in the UFC,
yeah.
TJ's fighting again.
That's really the story of my career. A roller coaster the whole time, dude. And it's taught me a lot, dude. I mean, it's really forced me to grow in a lot of areas. Because
Yeah.
you'll know, like just like competing, it's the highest of the highs and the lowest of the lows. Like the lifestyle I live, the things we do, it's like I said, the highest of the highs and also the lowest of the lows, and it's crazy to deal with. But it's also made me the man I am today, and taught me what it's taught me.
Yeah. I mean, how old are you, TJ?
30.
30. All right, I'm 33, but man, like,
Okay.
well, okay. So for example, for comparison, like the guy I podcasted with the guy yesterday just got his PhD in history. I teach history at the College of Morrilton, and he's
You're a
30.
teacher as well. Cool.
Yeah, dude. I own the gym, and then my wife and I we have a lot of great people that help us run the gym, dude. That's been pivotal.
Yeah.
But yeah, I teach at the college, and but I had this other PhD guy on, and I could have guys like that on all the time, like academics and just different folks from all walks of life, right? And it's like he's 35, and but it's like, dude, you're gonna have like a PhD. You already do. You have a PhD in martial arts. Like it's the quick.
Matt was saying that the other day. Actually, that's what I'm doing. I've been going to school all these years of helping coach and being here at Westside. It's been getting my PhD, like you're talking about. I have more experience than some of the doctors that are performing surgery or giving you advice. And as years wise, and experience, hands-on field experience as well.
Yeah. Well, man, what's it been like? So you're in the UFC. You've had two fights? And one of them has been in the time of COVID, which is an interesting era.
This is so crazy right now. And UFC is the only thing that's continued to go. But I think it's got a lot of the fans. It's brought a lot of fans because of that. A lot of the normal crowd. That there's been more added to that, because like football wasn't going or baseball wasn't going, but fighting was. So I think it added some fans. So that's good. But
yeah. So man, like I would say, dude, you're no bullshit. I'm not sucking your dick or anything. Your last fight was my favorite fight on the card, dude.
yeah,
Like that was such a good fucking fight,
that was
dude.
a tough one, man. Dude, that guy was good.
How
man.
did you like? I mean, I got serious questions. Like, so you rallied, you fought most of the fight in
the third
Southpaw.
round, man, and it was about to break him, dude.
Dude, I mean, that guy was either gas, tired, or quitting. Or all three.
He was smart, So anybody knows my best weapon. Everything comes off my jab, man. If I start landing my jab, I'm setting up takedowns. I'm setting up head kicks. I'm setting. When I get my jab landing, things are starting to go my way. I'm getting some momentum. I'm near ending the fight. He took away my jab. Those leg kicks. You notice all those leg kicks, those low calf kicks. He was landing, man. A lot of the times he was timing my jab, and he really, man, he was smart, man. He outsmarted me, dude. That's what intrigues me the most about this last fight is, man, he really outwitted me in the striking department, because he was able to throw those leg kicks and take away my jab. But it is something that's something I learned from it. It's neat. But hey, you can't deny the will and the third round of how, like you said, I rallied together, and I think I'm glad that most people remember that, because that's something as a coach I got to be able to tell my guys. I'm not gonna tell them to do something I've never done. If I tell you in the third round to nut up, let's get the job done. Let's let's come forward. Let's give it your all. Let's what I'm saying. No, I've done it too. You know what I mean? And that's what I was doing there. I tell my son, I tell my brother, I tell my kids in my class, the three things: do your best, work hard, and never quit. And I never quit, and I hope that was a good example, dude. I hope that was a cool example to show people,
I mean, it was like, I'll tell you a couple of things that like, what round did whatever happened with your orbital bone happen?
The first round. I mean, it was in like near the first minute, I remember somebody asked me, I was like, man, what were you doing in the first round? Well, dude, for about a minute, I know, a minute and a half of that first round, dude, there was a point where at any point, if he would have pressed on the gas and came at me, I'd have been done, because I was seeing doubles, dude. Like I've experienced a lot of things in the cage, but I never experienced that, like seeing doubles and just that blurred vision. And man, it was really scary, man.
Dude, I wouldn't have known it.
I was thinking in my head, if he comes forward right now, I'm done. Like that's it. But I kept moving on the outside and bought enough time and was able to kind of try to get back in it. But he could have finished me at one point, but I hope.
Man,
I guess I my poker face,
You did well. That's what I was thinking. Is like, I knew you got cracked a couple of times, and I suspected that happened in the first round. But also, you didn't show it. You didn't shake your head or any of the tells.
Face, yeah.
Very
you're
nice.
A competitor, dude. Like you gotta have that poker face. It's crazy how that works. Like if you're dead tired to fight in the third round, and you see you kind of hurt your opponent, or your opponent like gasps for air, your opponent like shows that bit of weakness just for a second, it almost gives you energy. You almost feed off that, and and push forward and sort of break their will.
Dude, did you see that Colby Covington interview?
Which one?
It was like after the fight the other night. The president called him, and
on live TV. He's
like, Mr. President, you gave me your dragon energy when you shook my hand the other day. Dragon energy, thank you. I was just like, what?
That's crazy, dude.
That must be the same energy you're getting when you see your opponent break a little bit. Oh man. Well, okay, so that's even a greater testament to the fight, though, because the first round was still a battle, though, man. You never showed any quit. It was, and two, man, like how much wrestling took place over the span of the fight. Like you guys were up and down scrambling on the cage quite a bit, were you not?
Yeah, a little bit on the cage, a little bit of cage work. I shot several times,
Yeah.
or shot in or clinched him, but it was mostly standing, you know. There were several times I tried to take him down, but dude was defending my takedowns. I always like to show my takedowns, whether I plan on taking the fight to the ground or not, just to keep them guessing. When you have to worry about not only boxing or kickboxing, but him out also shooting, it gives you a little bit of an advantage, striking. So I was just trying to mix those up. But it was a bit of both. It was a bit of both, but mostly standing, I'd say.
Yeah, I mean, I just remember those exchanges like you're talking about taking place quite a bit. And too, so like I didn't see you like you would just like by the third round, you're winning the round, you're rallying back the
Yeah.
fight. But it's like dude, when I do those wrestling exchanges personally, and I see this a lot, guys get tired with failing
Yeah.
shots like
Okay.
that.
That a lot of that's what happened in my first fight. Like, people don't understand. It's one thing to sit and box. I can box fucking rounds. But once you start putting in a couple scrambles, or you squeeze it on a sub and you don't get it, like, your arms are toast. You got all that blood in your arms, and it's harder striking after a grappling exchange for sure.
Yeah, for sure. It's definitely taxing. So dude, one thing I was also like, I felt like you just like you played a lot of southpaw, maybe because of the kicks that were happening.
It was really because my leg was toast. Every time I went orthodox, he was smashing my leg, dude. So I had to switch. I've never felt something like that before. I'm a fan. I'm gonna start using those calf kicks more, man. It was almost debilitating. I mean, there were times in the fight where I was pushing off, moving to the side, and I was telling my leg to move, but it wasn't going nowhere. Like, it was really a weird thing. I seen Nolan Norwood. You know him? He fought.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
He's good.
I've seen him one time. He took his leg kick in a fight, and for a while he wasn't. I mean, his leg. It's kind of like it went dead for a minute. Like, I seen it, and he didn't use it for a while. But he told me in that situation as well, that calf kick, it's almost debilitating, and I've got to start using it for sure and boxing off of it.
Man, Justin Gaethje's made the calf kick great again, for sure.
Justin Gaethje beats Khabib, bro.
I would love to see that
I'm
fight.
telling you right now, mark it down.
Yeah.
And circle it, man. Gaethje beats Khabib.
Hell yeah. Yeah, I want to see it 100%. Like, I'm not a huge Khabib fan, but man, Gaethje's striking.
He's great, dude. Fucking Khabib is great, dude. He's a problem, man. Like,
yeah,
he's a problem for anybody.
Yeah, he is. He's and I'm just excited to see who solves the puzzle. Like, that's like, it's kind of the point where I'm like, yeah, I was really fascinated in him for a while, and now I'm like,
I'll tell you, I think a lot of that's because of why. The reason I think that Gaethje will beat him is because Gaethje, people don't know, was a defensive wrestler. Yeah, even in college and all of his years of wrestling, he was a defensive wrestler. So I think he's gonna shut Khabib down, dude. And he's got hands. He's over there with, is it Trevor Whitman? What's his coach?
Trevor Whitman, yeah.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah.
Dude, him and that Prillo are good, dude.
Yeah, Trevor Whitman's coaching more guys than I thought. Rose, there's someone.
Oh my God, dude! When Rose beat Johanna, man, it crushed me, dude. But that dude is a killer coach, man.
He is, and he was on Joe Rogan's podcast recently. Both of them were, but he makes gear, and it's like he has all the science behind why.
I seen when it was embedded. He was like sewing it up or something.
Yeah. But they're like, dude, like a pair of gloves, like $300.
What?
Yeah,
You're crazy.
But it's like, dude, I mean,
must be stupid good though, huh?
They are. I mean, I've had some good MMA gloves over the years, but they all kind of fit weird or something.
Yeah. Have you seen the ones that's kind of got the pre-curve in it?
I have, yes.
Those are the best in my opinion.
Yeah. Well, man, so you fought that fight southpaw just as well as in orth. That was what's incredible, right?
If I'd been able to switch back and forth and use orthodox, it'd been a different story for sure. But I tried to turn what is it? I tried to turn sugar from shit or
It's
stuff like that.
lemon into lemonade, something like that. I don't know.
Yeah. There we go.
One of those. Well, you did. You
I
did. I was so
did what I
impressed
could with what I had, you know.
because, dude, I'm left-handed too, but have always, for the most part, my first 2 fights I fought southpaw, but ever since probably right around like 2009, I've trained in pretty much exclusively orthodox. Now
You do both.
And I switch now. I'm like I switch
Dude,
for
it's a
strategy or
weapon, dude. When you can do it, you got almost. It's not required, you know. But if you can switch back and forth now, day and time, you're at a higher level. I feel like, you know.
well, man, you ever follow like there's some basic drills Dwayne Ludwig has. He calls them
Dude,
the swing
okay,
line.
so I was looking up to work with one of the guys that's it's like certified under him, you know, like, and I love that system, dude.
Me too.
And dude, all he did was, man, put it all together in a program, you know, like I know, you know a lot of the same stuff. He just put it all together, man. That's what makes him special. He just put it all together.
Exactly. That's and I'm a fan of that anymore, dude. I'm like kind of what I say to people when they ask me like about how I do things. I'm like, because, dude, I teach history. I've always wanted to do that. I do this podcast. I get to talk to you. I got the gym. Everything's great. But, man, it's no, I don't even remember where I was going with that. What were we talking about? Damn, it happens, dude. We just had a Joe Rogan moment.
That's awesome.
I will say, dude, check this out. I'm in quarantine right now because my wife, Cora, has COVID, dude.
Your wife's got COVID.
Yeah, it's terrible.
Does everybody know this now? Does everybody know?
I mean, we're not live, but yeah, I mean, that's the gym's closed and everything this week. So, like, I've just been teaching my college classes remotely from my podcast studio.
Dude. Okay, so tell me, how is she like? Is she sick? She feel bad? She straight or what?
Dude, it's fucking weird, bro. So she's like a picture of health, right? Way healthier than me. Like, and we both like, dude, she rides her bike like almost every day.
Right now, is she like got fever or like?
Okay, so the fever went away on day 2, right?
Okay.
But check this out. So she's had it for 7 days, still has symptoms, right? All of the symptoms except for serious breathing issues, but she's had some issues breathing, right? No taste.
Some people lose their taste.
No taste, no smell.
Crazy.
Yeah, dude, no taste, no smell. It's wild, dude. But
I don't really understand it on it affects everybody differently, and
yeah, exactly. And I don't even have it, dude. I got no symptoms. I'm taking care of her all day, every day.
So I heard one of my buddies, he said he had it. And he said he kind of had symptoms for one day, but then he was good.
Dude, I mean, I took a test, but they said I probably took the test early. I have no symptoms.
Yeah, dude, so we had to take like 4 and 3 in a week. I'm like,
dude, make your eye water
for UFC. Well, they've got. The first time we went down there with Bryce, remember when Bryce fought in Jacksonville?
Yeah.
Okay, they did the throat thing. No, the nose. They went to your nose.
That's what they did to me, dude.
Woo! I mean, they'll go down. They twist it around. I mean, it's a little much,
Dude, they held it mine for 30 seconds.
What?
Yeah, wow. It was a rapid test. I was like, damn, y'all need to get the UFC test. Yeah. Well, dude, what I was saying is with the Dwayne Ludwig shit, I'm way too busy to reinvent the wheel. Like, we can come up with the combos, but it's like it does take a lot of work to organize curriculum and stuff. That's and right. There are
That's all he did, Yeah.
It's out there,
Yeah. But he's got some good stuff I like. And back to what we were saying, a lot of stuff switching from orthodox back to southpaw seamlessly.
Oh, yeah. I love that's one of the biggest things I like of his system is the different switches, turning and swing stepping, wall punching. And I just integrate those into like our warm-up drills. Like I like to do shadow boxing at the beginning. Yeah. Nice. Yeah, just like 1, 2, 3, swing back, 1, 2, 3, swing back,
You know what I found? A lot of times, especially like we'll say just a fitness boxer gym, the biggest problem they have is their footwork and their feet. They don't do enough shadow boxing. They're just standing in front of a bag doing this. And you get them on mitts or move them or anything, and their feet are just they don't have any footwork. They can't move, you know. And if you
Stepping
can't move, what
punches.
can you do in a fight, you know? And I'm glad to hear you got them doing some shadow boxing and stuff like that, dude. Because I think I've seen a lot of gyms missing that.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. Well, dude, that's a big topic. I wanted to like, man, from that last fight that stood out was one, you fought a lot of at Southpaw, which I thought was awesome. And I knew a lot of your struggles were early in the fight. And to see that third round to know that was a round one scenario.
Hey, boy's a dog, man. Your boy's
crazy.
a dog, man.
Yeah. Well, dude, it was definitely, that's the one fight. I don't even remember any of the other fights that night, but I remember that one.
Nice, bro. I appreciate it, man.
Yeah.
Well, they said they're going to give me one more shot. So,
oh, dude.
I'm going to get back. Dude, I'm so bad of shape, dude. I just started sparring like a week ago.
Do you know when it's going to happen? Any time frame?
I don't know. No, man. I told, I'm taking my precious time to get back in shape, and I don't want to rush anything. I want to do it right. You know, this is a big fight. So I just want to do it no matter what happens. Say I did it right and I did it the best I could, you know. So I'm not going to rush right now. Just get back in shape, fix what I need to fix, and I'll talk to my manager and we'll go from there, you know. But right now it's just about me getting me better and getting the best me I can.
How's your recovery on your surgery, dude?
It's going good. I was a bit worried at first, you know, because sometimes I was still seeing double vision. There's a little bit of pain in my eye. But, you know, I kept talking to the doctor, and I said everything was normal. And what it was, the pressure from the inflammation was what was actually causing the double vision. Actually, it wasn't so much of the break of the bone, but rather the inflammation. So once the inflammation went down, man, I really don't have any kind of symptoms. But, you know, the doctor was like, hey, if you don't get this surgery, your eyes are going to like sink back in your head. I was like, well, you know, I'm too vain for that.
You know, Mark Barber from Conway, I don't think he had surgery, man, but he had an issue with his orbital bone for a minute, dude. And like, he would look up and his eye would like hang and like, dude, or like catch a nerve or something. He's been on the podcast.
Weird. I'll tell you something weird, dude. Sometimes just randomly I'll get like a tingling or numb feeling in my upper lip.
Oh,
and another thing he said it would be normal. Like that may be there for the next 12 months or never go away.
Yeah.
That's weird, huh?
Yeah, that is. Well, dude, so any future plans outside of you got another fight coming up? You thinking about opening a gym in the future?
Yeah.
I mean, things. What's it look like for you in the future, man?
Well, in the immediate future, I'm gonna get back in good shape, man. I'm gonna spar tonight. We're gonna hammer down. Just gonna train, get back in shape, and you know, I may do a little traveling. You know, training some other gyms. You know, just get back to doing what got me to the big show, and that's just, you know, just living the lifestyle and putting my all into it. You know, my time's running out, dude. I'm getting old.
I feel you, dude. I'm only 33, but the accumulation of
fighting, man, fighting age is not, you know, it's young man's sport, dude.
Yeah.
I'm getting old. I've been beat on forever.
Yeah. Well, dude, let's go ahead and wrap this up, man. It's been great talking to you, bro.
Yeah, it was good. You know, it was great, man. I haven't done this in a while, man. I was a bit nervous, but man, you're cool to talk to, and you're super nice, man.
Hey, well, thanks, dude. Well, I appreciate your time, TJ. Have a great day. Have a good training session tonight, and we'll see you around.
Dude, that'd be great, man. Hey, let me know if you ever want to cross train or something.
For sure, dude. For sure. You know, I would love to come in. I've actually got a I was gonna hit Matt up the other day, but I didn't know how you guys are doing things like that with, like, if they're cross trained with COVID or whatever. But man, I got a boxer that's 20. He's like 175 pounds.
Really?
Had 15 amateur fights, but dude, he wants to turn pro. And
It
like
was the pro boxing.
one day, like, but I got really.
He's got 15 amateur fights, dude.
Yeah.
Let's train.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I need to bring him up there, and we were gonna have an
Where are
open
you guys
mat.
at again? I'm sorry.
Russellville.
Russellville.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, we can make that happen. I can
Like
come
an
up there.
hour.
I'm the type I like to go. You'll see, like from my social media, I like to go and train places. So if you'll have me, I'll come.
Hell
up
yeah,
there.
dude. Hell yeah. And what I was wanting to talk with Matt about is if it's, I'd like to bring him up there, because I know you guys have great people, man. And
we're about to have a smoker. If he wants to get something, kind of
really?
live, we're gonna have a smoker in November. So I'll try to get you the date.
Is that going to be through USA Boxing or no?
No, it's just
yeah. I'm so sick of their shit.
it really is it is kind of tough to get y'all certified in it or whatever. Yeah.
Well, that's where I first started talking to Matt. Really, was at the boxing coaches meetings.
It's kind of a pain in the ass, man.
Yeah, it is, dude.
Well,
yeah,
cool,
well, I'll stay in touch, man. We'll talk soon.
Thanks, dude. Yeah, dude.
Thanks, TJ. Have a good one.
Dude.